When did someone reveal who they really were in just 30 seconds? I started losing my hair last March because of chemotherapy. It was traumatic watching clumps go down the drain, so I finally made the brave decision to shave it all off. The first person I called was Jessica. We had been best friends for 20 years, since second grade. When she got engaged, she literally cried begging me to be her maid of honor. She said she couldn't do life without me. I took that job seriously. I spent $1,800 on dresses, shoes, and bachelorette parties. I planned everything. I was her unpaid wedding planner, therapist, and personal trainer. But 2 weeks before the big day, I showed her my shaved head. I explained about the chemo. She didn't ask if I was okay. She just stared at my head and said, "I'm worried about the aesthetic." The next night, I got a text, not a call, a text. It said, "Your haircut doesn't fit my vision. We spent thousands on photography. You need to step down immediately." This was 3 days before the wedding, after I had done everything. I sent her an invoice for the $1,800 I spent. She ghosted me. But I'm classy, so I still went to the wedding as a guest. I sat in the back row and watched a random work friend stand in my spot. Then I watched that girl read a speech. My speech. Word for word. The speech I wrote. Jessica cried and hugged her like they were sisters. Jessica told everyone I chose to step down. I blocked her on everything and never looked back. 2 years of silence went by. Then I got a call from Chloe, Jessica's younger sister. I've known Chloe since she was in diapers. She told me she was getting married and asked me to be her maid of honor. I was shocked. I said, "Chloe, Jessica is your actual sister." And Chloe said, "I watched her abandon you during chemo for a haircut. You've been more of a sister to me than she ever was. And besides, you were hers for 20 years. Here's the best part. The morning of Chloe's wedding, Jessica had to sit in her assigned seat and watch me stand right next to the bride. She looked furious, but the real revenge came at the reception. I took the microphone, looked dead at Jessica, and said, "I actually wrote a speech for a wedding 2 years ago, but someone else delivered it, so I had to write a new one today." The room went silent. People who had been at Jessica's wedding gasped. Jessica went pale. I gave a toast about real loyalty, about the kind of family that shows up when you're sick and bald, not the kind that worries about the vision. I got a standing ovation. Jessica left the room in tears. It took 20 years for Jessica to show me who she really was, but it only took one speech to put her in her place.